In this video, we're going to explain all the different tools that you need in order to brush your cat's teeth, and it basically boils down to two things:
toothbrush and toothpaste.
When you're trying to find a toothbrush, it's really important that you find something that's small enough to actually fit inside your cat's mouth.
There's a lot of toothbrushes out there that are just way too big to actually get inside your cat's mouth, and it's just really uncomfortable for your cat.
Many of the toothbrushes on the market today are made for dogs because that's actually a bigger market than cats.
A lot of the toothbrushes that you'll find are just way too big to even fit inside your cat's mouth, and it's just really uncomfortable for your cat to sit still.
Take for example this brush here. This is actually one of the top sellers and one of the most common brushes that you're gonna find in your vet's clinic.
Then we have the finger brushes here, which is still quite large to fit inside your cat's mouth.
If you think about it, look at your fingers and see how small your cat actually is. In order for your finger to get to the back teeth, you actually really have to dig in there quite a bit.
And most cats, they're not going to enjoy that.
Something really important to know about your cat's anatomy too, and how their jaw opens. Most cats, their jaws will open like this, whereas with humans, our lower jaw can kind of swing in and out to accommodate for bigger items. Because your cat's jaw only opens and closes like this, that means that the tools that you use need to fit their mouth appropriately, otherwise it's going to cause them pain.
A lot of the toothbrushes are also made out of really hard plastic. The problem with that is that if your cat bites down on it, and if they're a biter, they're going to crack or break their tooth.
Our toothbrush is made out of biodegradable cornstarch, which means that if your cat actually chomps down on it, it's a lot softer material, so it is actually going to make a little bit of a mark, but that is way better than cracking your cat's tooth.
Yeah, because that actually happened to our cat Jasper. He chipped his tooth biting down on hard plastic.
This is Jasper. He cracked his tooth, his front fang. We'll show you guys that.
An important thing to know is that each one of your cats in your house should have their own toothbrush. The reason for that is because if one cat has bacteria in its mouth, then you don't want to pass that along to the other cat.
And realistically, would you want to share a toothbrush with your brother? I don't think so. That's pretty gross. Pretty gross, isn't it? Typically, a cat toothbrush should last just as long as your human toothbrush.
The timeline for that is usually 3 to 4 months. Also, depending on how often you're using it and how aggressive you're brushing your cat's teeth with it.
Obviously, if your cat is biting on the toothbrush a lot and you're brushing really vigorously, you're gonna need to replace that toothbrush more often.
This is also why we recommend having a toothbrush for each cat, so it doesn't wear out as quickly.
You'll know it's time to replace your toothbrush when the bristles start to fray.
The next thing you're gonna need to use is toothpaste. Make sure you never ever use human toothpaste, as that's very toxic to your cats.
The fluoride in human toothpaste is incredibly toxic to cats, so again, do not use human toothpaste on your cat.
The standard is to use a toothpaste with enzymes in it.
Now, what are enzymes, you might be asking? Well, enzymes, if we think back to chemistry, are things that speed up reactions. So what are we trying to speed up? Well, we're trying to speed up the breakdown of the cell wall of the bacteria that's on your cat's teeth.
This means that even when you stop brushing your cat's teeth, the enzymes are still working. Now, just because a product is approved for usage, it doesn't necessarily mean that the ingredients are safe. We're currently in the process of formulating our own cat-specific toothpaste.
And we intend to have this cat-specific toothpaste undergo a clinical trial with just cats.
And that would make us the first cat-specific toothpaste for cats ever.
One of the most important things that you're going to hear from your vets, and something that they're going to recommend, is making sure that any dental products you use are VOHC approved. What the VOHC stands for is Veterinarian Oral Health Council, and it's a standard of dental products that actually proves that they work. So in order to have that approval seal or logo on products, it means that they've gone through a clinical trial in order to prove that that product works. A great alternative to enzymatic toothpaste for cats is actually using coconut oil.
Coconut oil is really good because it's all natural, so there's no extra ingredients in there, and a lot of cats love coconut oil because it's so fatty based.
That's actually what cats are attracted to, is fat, right? So that's why they really enjoy licking coconut oil, and it has a lot of health benefits and antibacterial effects in the mouth. So that's pretty much all you need, is a good toothbrush and a good toothpaste for your cat. A couple other things that you might need, maybe a baby blanket to swaddle them, which we'll explain that later, and also some positive reinforcement tools, which again, we'll explain that in the next few videos.